Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to disassemble a set of 8.4-inch classic mini discs. Well, the disc setup, I guess. Turning it from this into that. And a little bit of the technicalities along the way. So let's send. First things first, what you want to do is, because this disc brake setup came from the coast, so I know there's a bit of corrosion, so I'm just going to get some lubricant into all the bolts that may give me a bit of a hard time loosening up. After giving everything a good solid spray of some lubricant, whatever you want to use, WD-40, I don't care, but yeah, that's a pretty good start. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on the bench vise and take off the main, I don't even know what you want to call this bolt, but nut, excuse me. Take this nut off. It's with a, I think it's 1.5 inch, 1.5 inch, or a little bit smaller, but yeah, there it is, yeah. It's with the 15/16. So yeah, let's put that in the bench vise. Let's take it off. Just like that, as you can see, it actually came off a lot easier than I thought it was going to. The last one I really struggled with. And you must remember, your right hand side will go to the right, I think it is, and left hand side will go to the right as well, vice versa. So obviously, when it's rotating, that the nut doesn't come loose. So there we go. That's one nut out. And proceed, technically speaking, should be able to just give this a tap. Just give this a tap with a rubber mallet. A bit of a love tap. Just exactly what I thought. There we go, like a glove. I'll also show you how to separate these from the CVs. So let's put this down over here. Right. Next things next, let's take off the, and actually take off the front of the drive flange. We can take that off, or we can take, let's take the caliper off. That's fine. Let's actually take the caliper off next. So what you're going to need to take off is these two bolts over there. And as far as I remember, they should be slightly bigger than 1/2 inches. There we go. 9/16. Get these two off, and we can take the caliper off. Just like that, the calipers are off. Fairly simple process. I don't really think I need to show you how to take the calipers apart. It's not really necessary. I just wanted to take these ones apart to see. I'm going to order a rebuild kit in any case, but I'll cover that as well. However, I took them apart, and the pads actually don't look too bad considering how old these are. Pads look semi-decent. I mean, and it looks like these calipers and these 8.4 setups were from the later minis, 79 upwards. I think towards mid-late 80s. So yeah, that's Lockheed APs. You know, they came. I know these came off a GTS, South African GTS 1275. So it'll be great stopping power for the pickup, because obviously I'm going to put the 1275 in the pickup now. So this is what we have. And now that we have the calipers off, we could actually put these bolts back inside the mountings on the hub. That's fine, so they don't get lost. We'll do that just now. Now I'm going to show you how to take off the drive flange. Same process, loosen it, pull it out. It's really, really, really simple. And once that's out, well, oh, there we go. And that's the hub, obviously. You can take the hub out as well. So now all it really is to take the drive flange out of the disc. And that is super simple. Turn the disc around, and I'll show you guys how to do it on this side. And just like that, you've got a drive flange that is loose. Yeah, and sometimes there we go, just like that, nice. Sometimes what happens is it's a bit stubborn, so you can just take your rubber mallet or your little claw hammer there, hello dog, and just give it a bit of a tap, 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 tap. But now that's essentially it in terms of the disc assembly. Super straightforward. Everything in its own pieces there, which is great to have like this, because now I can send everything off to get skimmed and cleaned, possibly even soda blasted, but probably just going to clean it here and just clean it nicely and then repaint it myself. Save a bit of money. But now I'm going to show you how to take a CV off of the side shaft. Super simple. You have to give it a bit of strength, a bit of power, and it might feel like you're breaking something, but you really aren't. So let me show you how to do that quickly. We're going to use this again, a hammer, and possibly chisel. And obviously you could see earlier I was struggling a lot because I only have the small little 1/4 inch and 3/4 inch ratchet. So I was really struggling to get some force onto it. That's why I just used my improvised come loose bar, which was just some PVC piping, 50mm, and just gave it a bit of a send, and just pops right off. So don't be scared to put a bit of power into these nuts and bolts. I know they do shear, but sometimes you just gotta send it. Like what we're just about to do now with the side shaft. Let me show you what to do. Now that we have it locked into the bench vise, we all know how a CV joint works. This comes out of the output shafts on the pot joints from the diff, and obviously transmits the power, and the end of the side shaft is connected to basically a ball bearing on steroids. Constant velocity joint, as they say. This transmits your power to your splines here, that turn your drive flange, that ultimately turn your wheels. To get this off, it's a bit of a savage job. There's no easy way around it. You literally put a chisel there, put something that side, and you just hit it until it comes off without damaging your actual side shaft / drive shaft itself. So without further ado, I'm going to get my big come loose hammer, a chisel, and send it without hitting the 86. That's the plan. Let's get to it. And just like that, that's how you take off a CV joint. To be honest, it is extremely easy and straightforward. You can see there's a circlip, extremely dirty job, that's one thing. You mustn't be scared of grease. I'm joking. So the CV itself actually looks fine, and the way I took it off, because if you hit it on the outside of the pot and you don't damage the cage and the actual ball bearings inside, splines look great. I'm probably just going to run it. I've actually got a set of refurbished, basically refurbished side drive shaft / side shafts, which I'm going to use from my Clubman, but they were drum brakes, not disc brakes, but that doesn't make a difference in the shaft itself. Both came from a 1275, and you can see at the end of these splines over here, and splines actually don't look too bad. So there is a circlip, which basically inside the CV joint has a bit of there's a recess that this pops in it and it holds it. And this is your stopper to stop your CV joint from moving back and forth. Well, to limiting it from the movement. So essentially, guys, that's how to disassemble a drive shaft and an 8.4 disc setup. And I think that's going to wrap it up for today. So quick one, a techie one, but I guess that's how we like them. Quick and technical, like our minis. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, all those good things. Comments, tell me if you like it, tell me if you hate it. And again, as always, don't forget to always send it. Catch you guys on the next one.